Anytime that you could honor someone like Mrs. Moore, and like most of us who grew up on Sunland Park, Bobby Henry, Guy Wheeler, Keith, Greg Bruton, better known as Crab, and Vern Doolin, and there's others in this audience that I'm sure played, and we thought we were playing, but Mrs. Moore was raising and instilling life values and skills in us, and I was fortunate enough to come through that park and to catch a lot of Mrs. Moore during her tenure there. And I'm a mother's boy, somewhat like Carlton was. And Carlton would often give quotes about what his mother had taught him and instilled in him. But we all can give those quotes. You know, when wishing won't, working will. And there's many others, but that wasn't because of Carlton's studying or anything. It was because of the discipline and the structure and some of the other things that instilled that in him, and later on it came out because she had a tough task. Because there was another two people associated with that little boy over in Rock Island when it all started. That was Dwight McKenzie and Lonnie Chicago Jones, a handful. But they turned out to be good people just like the rest of us because of what she did and what she instilled in us. So Mrs. Moore, I just want to thank you personally for being a part of my family and sharing your son and your family with us for all these years and all that you have done for this community. We often think of Carlton, but this is why Carlton was who he was, and we thank you for that. The City of Fort Lauderdale Exemplary Former City Employee Proclamation honoring Ada Moore as Exemplary Former City Employee for 2016. And I feel funny saying Ada Moore. I should be saying Mrs. Moore because I've said it for so long, so bear with me if I mess up in this area. Ada Bradley was born in 1928 in Orlando, Florida, attended Jones High School, and earned an Associate of Arts degree in Business Administration from Bethune-Cookman College, then, now University. And whereas Ada Bradley married Benjamin Moore in 1949 and had 4 children, Denise, Dennis, Benjamin Jr., and the late former, I'm not gonna call him a city commissioner, Vice Mayor Carlton Bradley Moore. She has 12 grandchildren, 27 great-grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren, and is a proud member of the Harris United Methodist Church. And whereas after working 9 years for the Tampa Parks and Recreation Department, Ada Bradley Moore began her 30-year career with City of Fort Lauderdale and Parks and Recreation Department in 1960 after being recruited by Joseph C. Carter, who the park is now named after. We still refer to it as Sunland Park and always will. No disrespect, but that's just the way it is. Whereas for over 3 decades, Ada Bradley Moore served Fort Lauderdale as Recreation Supervisor 1 and 2, Recreation Leader, Recreation Program Specialist, and Recreation Programmer 2, touching the lives of thousands by providing valuable life lessons, instilling positive values, building character, and helping guide our young people toward a future filled with promise and opportunity for success. Look at Bobby Henry. And whereas Ada Bradley Moore taught women and men life skills such as serving and cooking, and developed the popular Teenagers program, which is still one of the city's signature clubs, plus 55 senior activities. And whereas Ada Bradley Moore has received numerous community service awards, including the Florida Recognition of Parks and Parks Association Service Award, Housing Authority of City of Fort Lauderdale's Outstanding Service Award, Pachelinik Association's Honor Thy Women Award, and Friends of the African American Research Library and Cultural Center, Zora Neale Hurston Award. She was also recognized as a Black pioneer of Fort Lauderdale and received leadership awards from the Sistrunk Historical Festival. And whereas upon retiring in June of 1990, Ada Moore continued giving back to her community by serving on Broward County's Parks and Recreation Board and mentoring other public administration professionals. She was also part of the team of Black public administrators who founded the National Forum for Black Public Administrators, South Florida's chapter, in 1982. And whereas the city of Fort Lauderdale has benefited immensely from Ada Moore's remarkable accomplishments, dedicated leadership, unwavering commitment, and genuine compassion for the well-being of our neighbors and our community. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the City Commission of the City of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, that Ada Bradley Moore is hereby selected and honored as exemplary former city employee of the City of Fort Lauderdale for 2016. In recognition of her many accomplishments and valuable contributions to the City of Fort Lauderdale, that the City Commission of the City of Fort Lauderdale hereby publicly recognizes and acknowledges these achievements and contributions, and does hereby express its heartfelt appreciation to Ada Bradley Moore. That a plaque honoring Ada Bradley Moore as exemplary former city employee of the City of Fort Lauderdale for 2016 shall be placed in Fort Lauderdale City Hall. That a parchment copy of this proclamation shall be furnished by the city clerk to Ada Bradley Moore as further token of the sincere gratitude and appreciation of the City of Fort Lauderdale, dated this 5th day of October 2016, signed by our mayor, John P. Jack Seiler, and given by me to Miss Ada Bradley Moore. We love you.
Thank you very much. And I want to thank the commission and the board for selecting me for this honor. And I want to thank Phyllis Berry for submitting my name for this honor. Where is Phyllis? Okay. And I want to thank all of my family and friends who are here today to honor me. And I would like to thank Mr. Tom Tapp. He didn't know that he was my last employee. He was department head for the recreation department. And when I came here as a center director, and I ended up as everything that you can do in the recreation department. I have done everything that you can think of the recreation department can do for the city of Fort Lauderdale. And I am honored for this. And anybody who doesn't know what being a recreation director means, I will tell you, you will be a doctor, a nurse, a parent. You will be a person to make activities for the citizens to enjoy, and you enjoy them because you're going to teach them to do the thing that you enjoy doing. And that was an honor to me, for the people to enjoy the things that I did for them and what they did for me. I see some of my teenagers here. Would you stand, please, my teenagers?
Teenagers, please stand.
These are people who weren't afraid to say I'm over 55.